Hi, it's Pat Ham here. After a long hiatus, I think it's been over a year since I posted my last YouTube video. And that video was about how I use Reason for recording rock and roll guitars. And I think I called it something like babbling about guitars. And in that video, I talk a lot about the Kuassa Amplification rack extensions and how much I like them. And I think I made particular reference to Caliburn and Matchlock as being my favorites. But I wanted to make a video because I'm changing the way I do things. I've been doing things a lot differently recently because I've been kind of digging into the world of impulse responses. Now, the Kuassa plugins all offer us several different cabs. For example, I'm using Matchlock here, and Matchlock has 5 cabs to choose from. So that's great and all, but I only have those 5. Now they sound great, but I started thinking, what if I could do more with this? And this is where I started thinking about how I could try using impulse responses in Reason. So just to give a little bit of boring history, I went looking for VSTs that are impulse response loaders. And I honestly can't remember one that I found because I downloaded it and it was a free impulse response loader, and I downloaded it, I started using it, and I was very happy with it. But then I started to very quickly change the way I do things when I realized the Reason already has an impulse response loader built in. And it is the, see if I can find it for dramatic effect, RV7000 reverb. Now, the RV7000 a few versions ago introduced convolution as one of the reverb types. That got me thinking about, wait a second, if I can do convolution with the RV7000, can I also load IRs into the RV7000? And I discovered that yes, you can. Anybody who's watching this video and already knew this, and you're thinking, yeah, duh, of course you can. I've been doing this forever. Then I apologize. I hope this isn't too boring for you. But in any case, for those of you who've never done it, let me just show you what I do. Let's get started with a little guitar playing. As you can see, it's going through a Matchlock in just the default setting, A clean. Let's give it some crunch, actually. I'm going to go up to the C nice breakup. I'm a big fan of this setting. I use it a lot. All right, so what we've got in all of our Kuassa amps is the top half, which is the amplifier, and the bottom half, which is the cabinets. And since I'm going to be using IRs with the RV7000, the first thing I'm going to do is turn off the cabinets. So they're off now, and now it's going to sound like total garbage. So that's exactly what we want. We want to hear the total garbage because we are not hearing the cab anymore. So let's just drag in an RV7000. And at first, it's not going to work the way we want because, of course, the default setting is a plate reverb. So they're using the algorithm plate. We don't want the algorithm plate. We want the algorithm convolution. And I'm not really sure that we actually need to set this. I think if we start dragging waveforms of IRs over to the RV7000, it'll automatically set it. But whatever, we can set it to algorithm convolution. So let's browse. I will click on the sample section here, or I could click here, actually. You could do one or the other. Clicking right here opens the browse. Clicking here also opens browse. So I've collected a bunch of impulse responses. So I don't know where I got a lot of these. So it was really just a matter of just doing an internet search and finding things and trying them out and seeing if they looked good, or if they sounded good, I should say. Start with this Marshall 1960. Pull it over here and it's in. I don't know if you could hear that, by the way, with the video capture, but the automatic preview, let me turn it up. This is the sound of an impulse response. As you can hear, it's just a simple click sound. It doesn't really sound like anything. But then when you use it for this purpose, when you actually pull it into an IR loader, it simulates the sound that that cabinet made with that microphone in that exact position. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in the sense that if you download hundreds of these IRs, you literally have hundreds of cabinets with different mic placements to choose from. So now I've loaded this into the sample browser. But actually, let's take a look over here. When I was looking at the preview, it also gives me the data about this particular impulse response. It is a mono signal. And because of that, I'm going to go over here and change this mode, the stereo mode, to mono. What I also want to do is I want to increase the gain because this is usually too quiet. I usually start at 3 decibels. And then I go from there. If that's still too quiet, then I will increase it to 6. I believe 6 decibels is the max. Usually I end up boosting these to 6. So let's hear how this sounds now. And let me quickly A/B it. Turn the cabinets back on and bypass this. All right, turn those off again and listen to it one more time. And actually, I think I want to boost the level a little bit. I'll bring it up to maybe 4.5. So you might not like it. You might like these cabinets better. You might think that this impulse response is better. And again, this is just one impulse response. We could just keep pulling them in. Here's an impulse response collection from Ownhammer called Ownhammer Essentials. I'm going to try, I guess I'll try the 44.1, classic rock, and just grab anything. In the RV7000, if you don't want to just keep dragging them over like this, you also can just click on the sample browser. And now that we have a sample loaded, it loads all of the samples within the current directory. So this is what I've been doing a lot recently, using just the amplifier on one of these Kuassa plugins, and then using the RV7000 as an impulse response loader. So if you've never tried the RV7000 for impulse responses, check it out. See if you like it. Let me know what you think.